Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to my channel. I'm David Mathis, and I want to thank you guys for tuning back in. Your support is tremendous, and it's well appreciated. If you guys are liking the content on this channel, please go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. Hit that little notification button because I am putting out regular content. So today I want to talk about this topic of being comfortable with eating when you're going for a goal. The harsh reality is you're probably not going to be comfortable. It doesn't matter if you're doing a mass gaining or if you're dieting. The point is you are trying to do something that you have not done yet, right? You are trying to transform your body one way or another. Things are going to get uncomfortable. It's not always going to be pleasant. I see people a lot of times trying to make their meals fancy and make them taste good, and that's all fine and well. And it's great when you can do that, but you have to understand that you're not always going to be able to do that. Sometimes you're going to have to eat cold chicken and rice. Sometimes you're not going to have that microwave. You're going to be traveling on the road. You're going to have your meals packed. And you're still going to have to get those meals in if you're trying to put on mass, right? I think I see this a lot more when people are trying to put on weight. The reality of it is, guys, you're going to have to eat, and you're going to have to eat often. And that is not always going to be optimal for whatever position you are in your day or your life in general. You're gonna have to make sacrifices, and to put it bluntly, you're gonna have to suck it up. Okay? If you want to put on some quality size, you're going to have to get the calories in. You are going to have to eat about every 3 hours. You're gonna have to do this time after time after time. You can't do it for 3 or 4 days and then take 3 or 4 days off and only eat 1 or 2 meals. You have to be consistent. And of course, it's going to get frustrating. It's going to get annoying. It's going to get boring. But guys, you have to think about things in the long run. You have to understand that each time you eat, whether it's pleasant or not, whether you actually really want to eat or not, that is what's going to help you get to your goals. It's what's going to help you put on your size and your muscle that you're going for. Okay, I see a lot of people complain like, I'm full. I just can't eat. I'm just going to skip this meal because I already have a lot of calories in me. No. That is not the right attitude. That is not what you need to do. How you think is going to determine how you act. It's going to determine your actions. It's going to determine your effort that you put into things, okay? Eating for mass is not easy, okay? It might sound fun at the beginning, like you get to eat all the time, but you are going to get to a point where it's repetitive, where you're not going to feel like eating, you're sick, you're bloated. That cannot stop you, okay? That cannot hinder your progress. You have to keep eating. You're going to be traveling, right? Most people are not going to be able to be full-time bodybuilders, but they still have goals that they want to achieve, meaning you're going to have to be working. Maybe you're traveling stuff. That does not mean that you should not get your meals in, okay? You have to plan ahead. It's lazy, guys. It is purely lazy if you use that excuse not to get your meals in. Oh, I'm bloated, I'm full, I'm traveling, all this stuff. Guys, if you're really serious about your goals and you want to put on that size that you're going for, the harsh reality is you're going to have to eat when you don't want to eat. You're going to have to eat things that you might not sound good at the time. They're not always going to be able to be fresh, full meals. You are just going to have to adapt, and you have to get those calories in, because those calories are what's going to help make you grow, okay? Not eating is not going to help you grow, okay? It's not going to make you less bloated, less full. You have to prioritize. You have to keep it in your mind step by step, because there are going to be those doubts that enter your mind when you hit a certain point. Like, damn, is this worth it? Do I really need to eat this meal? Those are the times that you have to answer to yourself, yes. Now, this also applies for when you're dieting too. It is not always going to be pleasant, guys. I think we understand this a little bit more with fat loss phases and prep, that you are going to be uncomfortable a lot of the times. However, I still see people doing the same thing. They're trying to make every meal as spectacular and delicious and all this stuff so that it makes it a little bit easier so that they can enjoy what little food they have. And that's great and that's perfect, but the same rules apply as if you were trying to mass, right? You have a job, you are going to travel, you are going to be in situations where you're not always going to have a nice, pretty meal. You're going to have to grab something and make it work, okay? That might mean a cold meal. That might mean something that is not exactly on your prep plan, but that you make fit into your macros for that day. The point is, guys, is that the harsh reality of going for any goal, massing or dieting, prepping, is that you're going to be uncomfortable. That is the name of the game. You cannot run away from that, okay? That's where I see people fall off the most, is when they get to that really, really uncomfortable point and they start allowing themselves to give in to their thought process, right? Oh, I don't need to eat right now. I've got plenty of calories. I'm full. I must be okay. No. Or on the opposite end, I'm dieting. I can't make this, really good meal right now, so I'm just not going to eat. No, that's not what's going to happen, guys. You have to be conscious of the role of calories in your diet and in your goal. You're not always, eating for a goal doesn't always mean that it's going to be pleasant. You're eating for functioning, right? So in order for you to function and continue on for your goal, you have to get those meals in. Don't give in to those thoughts. Okay, I get it, guys. I'm trying to put on some more size right now. I'm eating a lot of calories. It is not always the most pleasant thing every 2.5, 3 hours taking in meals. But you have to keep focused on that long-term goal. Okay, you have to understand that your training has to be supported by your food intake. Okay, you're not going to be able to get the most out of your training unless you're taking in the calories. Stop trying to make everything perfect. It's not going to be. Not everything is always going to be optimal either, but you have to get it in. You have to be resolved in your mind to say, hey, this is what I got to do, and I might have to do this for months on end, years on end, over and over to get to the point where I want to get to, okay? Or if you're dieting, you're going to have to understand you are going to be uncomfortable for a time period. That is okay, okay? Just remember what your goals are, guys. Understand the harsh reality of dieting, of mass gaining, of getting your meals in, and don't fall prey to the excuse that your uncomfortable mind is going to be telling you, okay? I know that science out there is great and it's telling you can do some things, but the harsh reality of it is, guys, that's all based off of, averages of pretty normal people. If you're someone that's striving for something great, you're striving to obtain the mass that you don't have yet, or that you're trying to diet off the fat or prep for a show, the harsh reality is that you don't fit into all those categories. You are going to have to do things a little bit different, okay? Just don't be afraid of the uncomfortableness. Embrace it. If you're uncomfortable, it means you're doing something right. I hope this helped a little bit, guys. It's just something I've been thinking about and I wanted to share with you. Hopefully it helps your journey a little bit. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Leave some comments in the comment section below. You can find me at Mathis Fitness on Instagram. I have a website, www.coachdavidmathis.com. It's MATHAS. Or you can reach out and email me, mathisfitness@gmail.com. Hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And hit me up if you have any questions.